want to actually get into enjoyable, good talk about games that we are playing. And we are definitely playing some games. And I'm going to let you go first because you are such a gentleman. You're so nice and polite. And I am not a gentleman. I like to just kind of just jump in there and be like, hey, guys, listen to me. I'm loud. But you've been so wonderful during this episode. I'm going to let you go first. And I'm going to let you talk about this first game because this game, I guess you could say, signify. I don't know. It really etches into stone the way I feel about you tonight. And the game is called "Thank Goodness You're Here." Oh man, that was nicely done. Thank you. Tell me about "Thank Goodness You're Here."
It's okay. So this game is I guess it's like a 2D platformer, but it's a very casual game. I would almost call it close to a walking simulator, but I would say it's almost like a cartoon simulator. It's very funny. I really, really like it. It's there's no challenge to it at all, really, but it was constantly surprising me with like gags and like what it was doing. You just kind of go around this world and as this little yellow guy, and things are just happening around you, and you just coincidentally you quit. That was also very funny.
Away. Yeah.
But you just coincidentally help people out by just kind of like going around and talking to people.
Hence the title, "Thank Goodness You're Here."
Yeah. You like show up and they're like, "Oh, thank goodness!" And it's all very British. And Matt Berry is in it. He
excellent.
Yeah, he does some voices to it in it. And it's a very weird town that you're in. Weird things happen. So there's Big Ron's Big Pies, and there's also there's like a Tiny Pies guy that gets all pissed off about Big Ron's Big Pies. He's like, why didn't you get Big Pie? There's so much in it that's very funny. And it's a brisk little game. It's like 4 or 5 hours, I think.
Okay.
And
just lovely art style. Just lovely animation.
Animation's excellent. Animation's excellent. The characterization of things is great. There's the way it works is you have sort of like these different areas of town, and they're sort of connected by these passageways that are kind of gated off whenever need to be gated off, and then you can just it kind of goes in a loop. There's like 3 main areas that you go into, and there's like places that you go off to and do other things as well. But yeah, like you do like some things in one area, and then like something opens up, and then you go to the other area and do some things there. And each time you go to a different area, you have to like go through this convoluted sort of way of doing it. Like there's one where you're going through a pipe. You see it in the trailer here, and like your head's big, and it deforms the pipe and stuff. And like there's like this like that right there. Yeah. And there's like this portion where you go underneath a house, and there's like a Princess Diana commemorative plate there. And it kind of knocks it a little bit as each time as you go. And there's another part where I don't want to spoil too much, but there's another part where you go through this person's chimney, and you do it several times, and it gets progressively funnier every single time. I was very surprised. I was surprised at how funny it is. Doing comedy in games is generally extremely hard, but this really nails it. It's excellent. There's things that surprise me. There's like little vignettes that just like happen out of nowhere, where you're just watching this little movie about one of the characters in the town. And I can't say enough good things about it. If you want like a hardcore platformer, that's not going to be it. This isn't the game. That's not the game at all. But it's an experience where you are helping out a town and having a few laughs.
I mean, it looks enjoyable. It looks joyful. Just the visuals. So you mentioned the animation is great. That's what really kind of draws me into it at first. Like when I first saw the video for this, I'm like, wow, this is just really neat animation. I don't know what's going on, but because they're able to emphasize the animation, they can actually take chances on storytelling. They can take chances with the comedy. And I think that's really kind of an interesting way to approach.
It's really impressive. It's you are this tiny little guy, but they also play with the size of him as well. Like sometimes, like you're like just like a regular, normal, little sized guy, but then other times you're like on top of like a bar, and like you're like this big. But like it's great. It's really, really fun. Highly recommended. And I think it's only like $20. So
that's something. It feels like the way you're describing it. I'd love to see other like famous animation properties like this game get adapted for like Family Guy or Simpsons or whatever. You know, something really interesting.
Yeah, that would be honestly very. You know, this could be a template for that kind of thing.
Sure.
Greg in the chat says that it reminds him of Later Alligator, and yeah, it definitely has those vibes.
Okay. Yeah, nice, very cool, excellent. So thank goodness here. I kept every time I was trying to search for the video and get the information together prior to this. Prior to getting you the code and then trying to get the info for here, I kept getting it mixed up with I Think You Should Leave, and I'm looking for. I'm like, I know the game's not called I Think You Should Leave, but it sounds like it. So yeah,
they should collab, but they should do.
Dude, and I Think You Should Leave game in the vein of Thank Goodness You're Here. Thank goodness you're here, but I think you should leave would be a phenomenal